What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. You see the title, you know what this is going to be about. We are getting reports that Democrats want to see permanent stimulus. They want to see this as a way to really increase the amount that we spend into the economy. And so what Democrats are planning is, let's provide the American people with additional stimulus checks, with additional unemployment benefits, child tax credits, nutrition assistance, rental assistance, and so much more. Many Democrats, as of today, are actually referring to the roughly $1 trillion infrastructure bill, the American Families Plan. This is what hasn't even been unveiled yet, but according to reports from aides and from Bloomberg, it is going to be right about $1 trillion. Well, Democrats today are actually referring to this bill as the anti-poverty plan. Now, why would they call it the anti-poverty plan? Well, the reason for this is simple. Democrats plan to make it so that whatever is in this next bill is going to help the American people stay out of poverty. So what does that mean? That means additional relief. That means additional stimulus checks, unemployment benefits, child tax credits will be extended. We know that's something that is already, kind of in the plan. However, until the bill actually passes, right now everything's really up in the air, but that is one provision that does have bipartisan support. So I just wanted to bring this update to you guys because I know a lot of people have been saying in the comments. I read your guys' comments, I try to respond, and there's a lot of comments, so sometimes I don't get to every single one, but I do try to respond to as many as possible. One of the things I've noticed is a lot of you guys are saying you've already spent your third stimulus check, your $1,400, it's gone. It has been gone for weeks, if not a month. The $1,400 was never going to make it 3 months, like many lawmakers said it was supposed to last. And I get it, I understand. But here's one of the things you need to know. Right now, Democrats want to see everything in the next bill as a permanent benefit. They don't want something to only go for a certain amount of time, a set amount of time. For instance, stimulus checks, they want it to be monthly. They want it to be $2,000, and many are pushing for that. Some are saying that they are going to draw the line in the sand with a monthly stimulus check. Now, I don't know how solid this line is going to be. I don't know how some lawmakers are going to stand back and pretty much prevent a bill from passing, especially senators, if there's no additional stimulus check for a monthly. It's going to be recurring. This is what many are asking for. And so what I want to address right now is, how likely is that? Now, again, we know that a monthly stimulus check would help out many people. It boosts the economy without a doubt. But one thing you got to understand is, if we put the money into the wrong hands, if we spend money and give it to people that don't need it, let's say that make over, $250,000 per year, do they need a $1,400 stimulus check? Probably not. Would it help them? Maybe. Would they just invest it? Most likely. So here's what you need to understand. The next stimulus check, the fourth stimulus check, and there's even talks of a fifth one, okay? What we know at this point is a fourth stimulus check would bring a lot of people out of poverty. And if it's recurring, it's a monthly check, so it's not only a fourth, but a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, eighth. If we get multiple stimulus checks leading into the future, leading to the end of 2021, possibly into 2022, chances are we're going to see the economy recover so much faster. We're going to see more people be lifted back up on their feet, because right now, this is a crisis. Many people don't have money. Let me know down in the comment section below. All right, and you don't got to say any dollar amount. You don't got to tell me your financial situation. Let me know. Are you in a better spot today than you were last year? Let me know. I'm just curious, because most people last year, at this time, they were kind of figuring out like, okay, we're going to be in this pandemic for a little bit. It might be another couple weeks, maybe a month, no big deal. But a year later, where are you at? Let me know down in the comment section below. Just be curious just to know kind of where you're at. Now, one thing that we must watch out for, as of right now, is providing too much stimulus. Experts say that if the government steps in every step of the way, we could actually be in a world of hurt when the government finally takes it away. Because they're saying the average person will be 100% reliant on the government. For those $2,000 per month stimulus checks, every single person, Every average person that doesn't make, let's say, $10,000 or more, they're going to be 100% reliant on the government for those $2,000 checks. Well, what happens when the government takes them away? Well, what happens is all those bills that you started racking up, the new house that you're buying because the government's giving you so much money, the new car that you just bought that you're going to pay for with stimulus checks, those things are going to be, hurtful because now you won't have the money to pay for them. So experts say we have to be careful with how much money we actually dole out. Now, reports indicate, as of Thursday, reports are indicating that a fourth and fifth stimulus check would actually cut the number of Americans in poverty in 2021 from 44 million down to 16 million. Okay, a difference of 28 million people. This has many Democrats pushing for additional stimulus checks and additional stimulus as well, not just checks. Okay, rental assistance, nutrition assistance. They say the SNAP benefits have been just working perfectly, have been providing the average person with additional food so that they are not food insecure. We also know right now, because cutting the poverty rate by 28 million people, this would actually give the economy a huge boost. Many experts say this would actually stabilize businesses by giving their customers disposable income. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you have any disposable income? It's completely fine if you don't. Because in a time like this, in a crisis like this, most people don't have any disposable income. You can't just go and buy the new iPhone, go and buy a new car, pay for a new house. You just don't have that type of disposable income. You're trying to hold on to everything you can because you got your landlord trying to get money from you. You got the debt collectors trying to get money from you. You got the government trying to get your tax money. Everybody's coming at you trying to get your money. You got to hold on to it with all your might. What I can tell you, as of right now, many lawmakers do support additional checks. They do support recurring checks. They do support a permanent benefit, something that is in the legislation that every single year we're going to get this, where the American people can plan for it. You plan for taxes every single year on April 15th. You plan to pay your taxes no later than that date. Why is that? It's because it's consistent. It's there every single year. Okay, I got to pay for my taxes. All right, maybe I'm going to get a tax return back, but every single year, got to pay. That's what some people are saying that's what some lawmakers are saying. We need consistency. We don't have that because we have Republicans running the country. Some years we got Democrats running the country. Other years we just have both parties just bickering back and forth. And there's no consistency, which means it's very difficult to have a government and have a consistent flow where you're not being constantly interrupted because there are new policies coming out, new taxes that have to be paid. Maybe tax breaks here and no tax breaks there. The wealthy get the tax credits and the poor and middle class people get absolutely nothing. They get crushed. Well, here's what we know. Back in May, Senator at the time, Kamala Harris, she had this to say. Now, obviously, she's vice president, but she had this to say, and I quote, "Through the course of this pandemic and crisis, we need to give people $2,000 a month as recurrent payments. These were people below a certain poverty level to help them and sustain them through these months of crisis. So at the end of it, they can get back on their feet instead of falling deep, deep, deep into the crevices of this crisis." Now, I bring this up because we are a year into this pandemic and people are falling deep, 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 deep into the crevices of this crisis. They're finding those little loopholes, their little ways to, I can't do this. I can't go back to work. I can't find a new job. There's no jobs available. Okay, everybody has an excuse for something. The pandemic is the excuse, is the reason. That is the reason we are in this issue. That's the reason we have these discussions every single day. Because as of right now, what I can tell you is there are lawmakers that are asking for $2,000 per month recurring stimulus checks for the entirety of this pandemic. Some experts say that this would actually help as long as you gave that money to the lower income individuals. Let me know down in the comment section below. With $2,000 per month, let's say for the rest of this year, what was that, 8 more months? Yeah, 8 more months of 2021. What would 8 months of $2,000 per month do for you? Would that get you back on your feet? Would that give you a leg to stand on where you now have money you can spend? You now have money you can use to pay for your rent, pay for your car payment, pay off the bills, the credit cards that you racked up over this pandemic. Would that money provide you with some stability? Because right now, that is what people are saying. That is what lawmakers are saying, is that this would provide stability, and that's what the American people need. What I can tell you regarding the anti-poverty plan, Nancy Pelosi is pushing for this. Nancy Pelosi is one of those lawmakers that is calling this the anti-poverty plan. Nancy Pelosi stated that the anti-poverty plan would help many people, but one of the largest groups of people are actually seniors. Here's what Nancy Pelosi stated, and she stated that the older individuals spend most of their money on medications. And one of the things that she would like to do is lower the cost of healthcare, lower the cost of prescription medications, because that would provide a huge boost to those people. And if those people, seniors, get a little bit of disposable income, they can spend their money on other things. And if they spend their money on other things within the community, that would actually boost the community, boost the country, boost the state, right? And it would actually flow much better. And that's what we need to see. We need to see consistent flow. But if senior citizens are always spending their money on medications and the money goes straight to the big pharma, right? If that's the case, then many people, many seniors are never going to be that big contributing factor into their local community. And that's what lawmakers are saying, is that's what we need. We need that consistent flow. And that's where this anti-poverty plan would actually have some role into getting that boost in the economy. So one other thing that we know that Nancy Pelosi stated, I believe on Thursday, was, and I quote, "Lowering health costs and prescription drug prices will be a top priority for House Democrats to be included in the American Families Plan." What we know at this point is the American Families Plan has not even been unveiled yet. According to Bloomberg and the Washington Post, just this morning, they both stated that President Biden is still talking with his aides, still talking with the advisors, trying to figure out exactly what he wants to put into this infrastructure bill. As of right now, the last reports that we got from the Washington Post and Bloomberg, this was on Friday, was that the bill was going to be roughly $1 trillion. But there are reports that say the bill could be as much as $1.5 trillion, depending on how much stuff gets put into it. Again, this proposal, this infrastructure bill, the American Families Plan, we don't know what will be in it exactly. We don't know exactly how much it's going to cost. But what we do know, it is going to come out most likely this week, most likely before Wednesday. So as we know more on that, I promise I will fill you in on all the details. I just wanted to give you this quick little update on why so many people are talking about permanent stimulus, are talking about not only a fourth stimulus check, but possibly a fifth. Again, it's weird we're talking about a fifth check when we haven't even got the fourth one. And there isn't even really a bill other than the ABC Act to pass a fourth stimulus check. So it's kind of weird people are mentioning a fifth one when we're still working on the fourth. The other thing is the anti-poverty plan. It's interesting that Democrats are calling this next bill, this next infrastructure bill, the American Family Plan, an anti-poverty plan, when really the stuff in it, does it actually keep you out of poverty? Some stuff maybe, other stuff absolutely not. So it's interesting to see what's going on, but as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back, share more, and keep you updated on all the details. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.